Half a day, I'm Clare Calvo bringing you your daily renewal. Today I am here with an old friend of mine, Lisa Baza. Thanks for joining me today, Lise.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we're going to discuss the importance of mental emotional wellness. When people hear health and wellness, I think for the most part they think of exercise, nutrition, and mental emotional wellness seems to be overlooked a lot. So you being a counselor, explain to us the importance of emotional mental wellness.
Well, just like physical well-being is important, so is emotional well-being. Emotional wellness is just as important as physical wellness, and what it is they're actually interrelated. If you're down physically, if you're not feeling well, then it affects your emotional state of mind. Likewise, if you're sad or depressed or just kind of feeling down, then it affects you physically. So they're totally interrelated.
Okay, so counseling would be one thing. For someone to see a therapist, a counselor, what are some ways for an individual to uplift their spirits?
Yeah, well, counseling is always an option, and there are community resources available. But there's also life coaching. Your sister's a life coach, as an example. There are other, I don't know if there are any other life coaches on island. And speaking to friends who are empathic, who are great listeners,
Right.
I mean, that's, there are times though, that speaking beyond your friends, that you might want to get some type of professional help. So you can go seek private counseling. You can go through Guam Behavioral Wellness Center. There's also the crisis hotline. I believe at this time, Guam Behavioral Wellness Center, you can actually go in and receive services.
Okay, so considering it's the holiday season, do you see an increase in clients clients needing assistance?
Yeah, in private counseling, yes. There's an increase in people just visiting the doctor's clinic, and so oftentimes they end up in the behavioral health clinic.
So, is there anything you'd like to close with before we end this interview?
Emotional wellness it's like it's not an end all. It's like a continual process. When our life is going good, it's good. We're balanced, we're centered. But when there are difficulties, and life is filled with difficulties. Change, like I said, is inevitable, but change is constant. And in that regard, our balance is off. We don't feel centered. We feeling anxious, or we're just kind of feeling down. And in that regard, I say, reach out, get help.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for joining us on your daily renewal.
Thank you.